Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about the service animals. So I get an email from Lyft as a friendly reminder, so they say, right? That as a Lyft driver, you cannot refuse a customer with a service animal a trip, okay, a ride. And it does not matter if you have allergies, allergic to animals, scared of dogs, or anything of that nature. You cannot refuse it. If you refuse the trip to a rider with a service animal, you will be permanently deactivated from Lyft's platform, right? As a driver. All right. So they do not reimburse you for the cleanup, shedding hairs, licking the seats, none of that. The time that it's going to take you to clean that back seat, to clean that floor, because they get in the floor when you pull up. So let me slow down a bit. Okay, so when you get a call, it's going to be a normal call. When you go to pick this person up, when you get there, you're going to see this person standing there with this great big old dog, okay? Now, your vehicle is clean. You've taken time to make sure that your vehicle is clean for your customers and things of that nature. So you pull up, and this person get in the car with this great big old service dog, and the dog sits in the floor. So the trip could be anywhere from 3 to 7 miles to maybe 10 to 15 miles, right? Okay. Either way you look at it, you're only going to make between $3 and $11 for the trip, right? Depending on the distance that the rider with the service animal is going. So this animal is in your back seat, in the floor, shedding hair, licking the seats, all that stuff like that, okay? When you drop that rider off, in order for you to pick up another rider, you have to stop driving, cut the app off, and clean the hairs out of the back seat and the floor, okay? And sanitize the seats and things that the dog has licked, okay? That's going to take you at least 30 minutes. You don't get reimbursed for that. They tell you that normal shedding, hair and stuff like that, they don't reimburse you for it. That's on you. Now, you lost 30 minutes because it's going to take you at least 30 minutes to clean that dog hair and sanitize the back seat of your car. Now, you only made between $3 and maybe $11 for that trip. And I'm just using those numbers as short-term trip numbers, okay? Based on whatever area that you're in and how many cents per mile that you're getting in that area. Whether you're in your own vehicle or whether you're in the Lyft Express program, okay? So either way you look at it, you're going to lose at least 25 to 30 minutes to clean and sanitize the floor and the back seat of that vehicle, right? Lyft does not reimburse you for that. You're going to be upset because you had to stop driving to clean that back seat. And you only made anywhere from between $3 to $11 for that trip, right? Now, do you see how much trouble this trip cost you? So that's why they sent out that reminder, because there's a lot of people that's not giving people rides with service animals, because a lot of the time, those people don't even need service animals. A lot of the animals are not registered to them. They're just people that have some type of mental or emotional hold on this animal. You know, people with animals and stuff and relationship with animals and stuff, it is what it is, okay? I can't make any comments on that because, you know, animals help people through emotional situations and all types of things. So I don't want to speak on that part. So I'm going to keep that to myself. But as far as Lyft demanding that you accommodate a customer with a service animal is another way that Lyft mistreats the drivers for pennies on a dollar. Eventually, as I continue to make these videos, I'm going to get better. My content is going to get better. You know, hey, you never know. One day I may have a chair, one of the chairs that the guys, you know what I'm saying, that get all of the big subscribers and to get all of the thousands of subscribers and watch hours and things. Maybe one day I'll have a chair and some good lighting and a pretty decent camera, so, you know, things can be up to par. But right now I got to go with what I have, right? And I just wanted to put this content out there to you people because I know it's going to help you, right? So as long as you can see me and hear me, okay, then I just put it in God's hand and just keep on giving you this content with what I have to offer, okay? So now, you're going to be upset because you got to stop and clean this vehicle. And you only made a little bit of money. So it's just another way, like I said, it's another way that they mistreat the drivers. And there ain't nothing you can do about it because it's policy that they have implemented into this corporate structure that they have. Now, think about it. You would think that they would treat the drivers a lot better than what they're doing. And you can't understand why there's so many thousands, hundreds of thousands of drivers all around the world striking at this moment, trying to get fair compensation, trying to be, you know, to fight for certain rights that that people supposed to have as independent contractors and things of that nature, you know, and you wonder why there's so many people on YouTube that's talking so highly of Lyft, right? And Uber. Now I can only speak on Lyft because that's what I'm currently driving with. But you know, so everybody has an agenda, right? And I don't knock no one for moving forward. You know, if things get up for you and your channel, man, I commend you because it takes hard work to be able to drive and take time to record these videos and come up with content that can help the people, right? Now, I'm not into deceiving anyone. And I'm not saying that anybody is deceiving anyone. I'm just not into deceiving anyone because I know how it feels, right? I'm going to give you actual real talk on what's actually going on inside these vehicles as a driver. No matter where you are, you're going to face the same stuff everywhere you go. I don't care how big the city is. I don't care wherever you drive, Lyft at, you're going to experience the same type of stuff that I'm going to talk about on a daily basis. My content is going to be 100% genuine. It's going to help you if you decide to drive on the Lyft platform. Okay, I want to make sure that you're well educated in real time. We're not going to talk about numbers over here. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to do that. We're going to talk about real stuff that actually goes on inside the vehicle. There would be no deception over here because I'm living it on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? So, with these service animals, you know, they say you can't refuse a person a trip. Now, in my opinion, As you can't refuse a person if you don't make contact with them, right? So in order to refuse a person, you have to make contact with them, right? So that means you have to pull up. The person has to come to the car with the dog. You have to say, oh, no, I don't ride animals, right? Okay. Remember this, as a Lyft driver, you have the right at any time to push that X and cancel that trip. So, as I stated in the YouTube short, as a tip to all you new drivers and all of you future Lyft drivers, if you pull up to a stop and you see someone there with this great big animal and you're allergic to animals, or you just don't want to deal with animals and the cleanup that comes with it, right? That don't mean that you have to pick that person up. If you pull up and you see that that's the person with the dog, you keep going. You push the X. Now, you didn't make any contact with anyone, so you didn't refuse anyone the trip. You just pushed the X. Hey, you had to go to the bathroom. There's no way you was going to be able to take that trip because your stomach was upset. So you canceled, right? As a Lyft driver, you have the right to cancel any trip. You didn't make contact with that rider, so you didn't refuse them. You just canceled the trip because something was wrong with you. Do you get what I'm saying? So it no matter how many policies they put in place to keep us down, there's a way that we can make things okay for us while we continue to drive on this Lyft platform. They're looking for all types of ways to deactivate you as a driver. Now, we are millions of drivers in every geographical location around this world that Lyft is able to operate in, that's being controlled by a computer algorithm. Computers don't have no heart. They don't care nothing about you or what's wrong with you. They have no feelings, so your feelings doesn't matter, right? This computer algorithm is controlling millions of drivers, and they're using the drivers just like we are a video game. Once you get to driving, and new drivers that can start driving, you're going to see what I'm talking about. When the bonuses started disappearing and barely getting them, in some weeks and months you might not get them, and you got to get out here winging, you driving 10 hours and you barely making $150 and stuff like that, then you're going to see what I'm talking about. I'm only going to be real with you. You know, somebody will say, oh, he's complaining, he's doing this. Let me tell you something. I'm going to talk to these people, and I'm going to tell these people what's actually going on in these vehicles as a Lyft driver, okay? And I'm going to prepare the new drivers and the future new drivers for all of this bull crap that we have to go through as Lyft drivers, okay? So I'm just going to keep it 100%, you know? And this is what you're going to face with the service animal. Now, I gave you a tip. Now, what you do with that tip is on you, right? But I gave you the technique to the tip. That's valuable. You know what I'm saying? That's some street shit. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't going to talk about that, okay? We're going to keep that under the wrap. We're going to keep that under the rug, you know what I'm saying? You utilize that tactic at your own discretion, right? Remember, in order to refuse that person, you have to make contact with that individual. As a Lyft driver, You have the right to push that X at any time to cancel the trip. Hey, you had to go to the bathroom, you know what I'm saying? Something's going wrong with your stomach. Something, you know what I'm saying? You had an emergency or something, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I canceled the trip. I wasn't able to take it. You get where I'm coming from? Now, I just want to touch bases on that because I made a short on it. So I want to make everything clear about that. They're not going to reimburse you for no cleanup. I don't care how much you talk to them or any of that. And my next video is going to be about this customer service. You're not going to talk to anyone over the phone. You're going to send a message and just hope that they respond to you before you start the driving. Because normally they wait until you start the driving before they respond to you. So that's a topic for tomorrow, that customer service. Oh boy, that's going to be good. So you people, stay tuned. And for all of those people that have not liked, subscribed, and hit the notification bell, please do that for me. Help me support the channel so we can get somewhere and we can build a family and help each other get this bread. You know what I'm saying? We can do this, okay? Until then, you all take care of yourselves. And whether you're going to drive tonight or tomorrow morning, let's get this bread, baby.